Well, hello and welcome, pool fans, to the 2025 Predator European Pool Championships. We are on the shores of the Gulf of Finland at Kalev Sports Hall in the beautiful and picturesque city of Tallinn, Estonia. The game is 10 ball, WPA rules, race 2-5 here in the Wheelchair Championships. And you have Henrik Larsson from Sweden versus David SLACEK from Slovenia. This is George Tehechad to be joined in the booth by Pascal de Schmidt. Pascal, welcome.
Hi George, how you doing?
I'm doing good here in Arizona. How about you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm really curious about this game.
Henrik is a very, very dominant player in the wheelchair division. He has won just about everything there is to win on the European circuit. He's been playing the Euro Tours since 2011. His opponent, David SLACEK, has only started playing the Euro Tours in 2018, but he plays in some of the senior tournaments, it seems like. So this should prove to be an interesting match. Their Fargos are 631 for Larsson and 520 for SLACEK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I watched Larsson
difference.
play. Very big difference. I watched Larsson play in Las Vegas this past spring, in early March or February, and he plays very impressive, and that's why he dominates the circuit so much.
So still, but it's a race till 5, so a lot can happen. Of course,
every shot is
immune to the pressure of the European Championships.
It's funny the way you said that. You sounded like Alex Lely.
Oh, is that true? I actually did.
You did.
Did a lot of commentary with him.
Oh, okay. That's why you sound like him. I actually had the pleasure of playing
Dutch,
Alex.
so... Sorry?
Go ahead. I thought someone else cut in.
Oh no, but yeah, you know, we're of course both from the Netherlands, so I guess the accent is somewhat similar.
Oh, so then you're familiar with Tim de Ruyter.
Yes, of course.
I do a lot of commentary with him. Well, here's ball in hand for Henrik in the opening game. And don't be surprised that he runs out here. He is very proficient with that cue ball.
So, the question for you then, George. How about the shot clock? Do we have a shot clock in this game?
They have been playing with a shot. They have been playing with a shot clock, but I don't see a presiding referee. So they'll only call a referee if they need one, I believe, because there's no one in the arena with them. So the shot clock still applies.
Interesting.
Did he come out?
Backhand grip.
Walk us through some of these plays, Pascal.
Well, I'm still a bit new to the wheelchair division, so at this point I'm still pretty impressed.
Oh, you're going to be very impressed watching.
Plays.
You're going to be very impressed watching Henrik play. It was impressive when I watched him.
I'm having a hard time standing and playing pool, so you know. I think I'm a little bit starstruck.
And you should be. He's, like I said, a 631 Fargo, so sometimes he plays a little higher than, a lot higher than that, actually. In Vegas, he looked very, very dominant. Some very impressive shots.
Still, this is just a little bit funny. I think he's kind of straight. He would have liked a little bit of an angle, so can he play? Well, he just decided to roll it in, leave the thinner 8 ball. But I think he wasn't really or ready for the shot, or didn't really make up his mind about if it was the best shot or not.
Well, it was almost a left-handed safety there. He didn't really want the safe, but can he cut this in, Pascal?
Oh,
It's awfully, awfully thin.
it's really thin. Also with the rest, makes it... Well, there you have it. Played a good safety.
It just got away just a little bit.
Too far. So yeah, if he wants to attack here, he has to do a little bit with the cue ball.
So he just has to come away from the 10. He's playing safe all the way.
Yeah.
Just took it down, long shot, trying to freeze the cue ball to the bottom rail.
I think
Now this is a shot that he can make, but he... Go ahead, Pascal.
Yeah, I think he just didn't felt there was a lot of value in going for the pot and left it long. So there you have it.
Yeah. He not only left it long, he left it on a scratch angle. So that's why David played the way he did. Don't be surprised for him to play this and get position on the 10. I mean on the 8 ball. Play it to the left-hand corner, to the bottom corner, and come 2 rails into the 10.
Wow. Great.
That was his line. He went too far.
Oh, the line was so good that he still has a shot, I think. It's a longer shot though. With these kind of distances, the new cloth helps. Wow.
He didn't come off of that. He had to get around that just a little bit more. Not sure if he was trying to hold it or slide to the rail and back. But now he's in a tough place because he's going to go for a jump. This will be impressive right here.
So I think this is really... Wow. Let's see.
Well, big opening for Mr. SLACEK. David, I don't know if he pronounces his name David or David.
That's a good question, but since you are a native English speaker, I think you're allowed to say David.
Okay.
Or at least we can choose to go with David.
That's right. Well, David would be a Spanish pronunciation. I'm not sure about a Slovenian.
Yeah, I think maybe it could also be something in between, but there's the first 10 ball for a 1-0 lead for David against Henrik.
And it will be David's break, so that's a big advantage, depending if the break is an advantage or a disadvantage to these players. It seems that what I've seen with the break, with the tap-in racking, the balls are rolling very, very similar to what you would use with a template.
So here we can also see the overview of this nice arena. What do you think about the arena here?
Oh, this beautiful! What a nice arena. The stars all around, everything, the dark background, and then the LED board all the way around the arena is just quite a sight to see. And these tables, these Predator art tables, are just gorgeous.
Yeah, the
Oh,
table's
a nice break.
really nice. What a good break here.
You know, everything I've seen as I watch the players play, when they miss, they don't miss by much. So that tells you the tables are playing good, because the slightest little error, you know, shows up in a slight tiny bit. They're not missing the ball by a diamond or a half a diamond, or I haven't seen the ball roll off yet. So it's just been very impressive. Let's see what he does for this 4 pink 4 ball. Oh, he was pretty aggressive with the stroke there.
Yeah, do you think it's also has to do with a little bit of nerves, maybe, at this point?
Yes, of course. You know, these guys don't get in these arenas too often, but what I noticed in researching them on the website there, on the EPBF website, is both of these guys play quite a few tournaments. They travel quite a bit to play, so they're very active. So, you know, they'll go for some of these shots, and that was a high level draw shot there to get back on position for the 3 for the pink 4.
This is not easy.
He was going for the kick and stick safety. And this is exactly what impresses me about Henrik, is the way he plays all shots. And see, those little kick shots off the head rail or off the short rail, they're from old school. It's old school play. You get the ball, you kick it down with good speed to the middle of the table behind balls and leave the cue ball, you know, distance. And he does it very, very well. He'll hit just above the side pocket here if he can get there.
Okay, sorry guys. Don't know what happened there, but
Oh, well, another big break for David.
so but
Other pocket.
if I understand you correct, George, it would be a pretty big upset for David to win in this first round against Henrik.
I don't know if it would be a big upset, because he's, you know, the way from what I've seen him move around and play the ball, that last shape shot that he played showed that he's familiar in moving the cue ball with some power and control. And now he's gotten ball in hand twice to where he can win the game. I mean, look at these balls. If he gets good on this 6 ball, it should be over. But of course, you never know. As you mentioned earlier, what about the nerves? And look at this. Ooh, I thought that might come closer to that side pocket, but he'll have to. Will he slow roll this and just hold it for the 7 across the table? I think he will. He's laid out. He's laying up pretty nice. He won't go around. I wouldn't mind him going around. So now he's straight into the corner with a little bit of a stun run to get to the left side for the 8. Yeah, just a little draw. Actually, he drew that ball so he could reach it better.
That was really nice. Still a pretty big shot coming up.
Very, very big shot here. And he's going to leave himself a tester. because it was hard to move the ball that much to get straight in on the 10. So now he's going to have to use the bridge. And so far, he hasn't been successful with the bridge.
Oh. Yeah, that's brutal.
So this is, see, that's the difference between a 632 and a 520. Shots like that.
So George, you're an American player?
Yes.
And I think Fargo is way more bigger in America than in Europe. So for the people watching from Europe who don't know what Fargo is, can you explain about Fargo?
Of course. I'd love to, actually. Fargo is a rating system that was initiated in about 2016 by the man by the name of Mike Page here in the United States. He's from Fargo, North Dakota or South Dakota. I forget where Fargo is, but it's an international rating system so that you can rate the players. And what it does is all the games that you play will go into the system, and over a period of time will give you an idea of where you play. For instance, the highest rated player in the world right now is Joshua Filler, I believe at 856. Lower end pro player would come in at about 720, 730, right in that area. You have a lot of pros that are starting to come in the low 700s. Your elite players are over 800 by now, and there's about 50 of them. 2 years ago, there was only about 30 of them, but now we're up to about 60 players with the Filipinos coming in and some high-level play, bigger prize monies. So all the information is in a database, and it goes in, and it's the number of games you play and who you play. The numbers are weighted as to, for instance, if you play, if David here at a 520 Fargo defeats Henrik at a 632, it would really go heavy, and his Fargo would go up, because that means that he would play at about that level. Because you can play above or below your level depending on who you're playing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm a bit familiar with it, but I don't know. I know like a lot of players in Europe, well, they don't actually use it a lot, or they actually don't know about it, so that was really helpful.
Yeah. Most of the players from Europe that come over are getting more familiar with it. I don't think I've seen you in the United States yet. But Tim, for instance, Tim came over, and when he first came over, he was low 700s. Now he's worked his way and played better players, and I believe he's up to about a 750. So, because I know you're familiar with him, and the more you play and the higher rated players that you play will help your Fargo, especially if you have success against the higher rated players.
Yeah, and so how much time does there go by before you go up? Is it like instantly, or
It is instantly.
Do you have to wait like a year, or?
It's instantly. If you're progressing and your game's going up and you're getting out and playing, the information, as you get more data, the information will go up and down. And sometimes it'll move 1 or 2 points without you even playing, because some of the players that you played have either progressed in their game or dropped lower in their game. And as I said earlier, the data is weighted that goes in there. There's an algorithm, I think is what it's called, that the numbers have. So it's if I play a higher rated player and do well against him, that means I would play above my Fargo, and that's when it would go up.
Makes sense. So back to this game. Yes, Henrik has an open shot on the 4-ball, but it's not easy to get a good position on the 5. So maybe he has to play safety if he makes the 4. Wow, he's as good as he can be, I think. If he's aggressive, he can attack here. So it looks like he's going for the cut shot. Cue ball. Oh. So again, ball in hand for David. Big chance.
See, these are the shots that your higher rated players would come with all the time. And if he gets, he's left himself a little bit of a shot here on the 8.
Yeah, I would have
It doesn't
liked to see him here play the 8-ball in the middle with the cue ball going with a little bit of inside spin, going 2 rails for position for the 9-ball in the same pocket. Don't know if the 9-ball is, well, if it's doable to make it in the pocket, but wow, what a shot there!
That was a great shot. I don't know if he was playing into the 10 or trying to play it with speed to get to where he is, but it's one in the game. And if he keeps getting these ball in hands, he's showing us that he can finish.
Well, that's one for the highlight reel.
Yeah. Speaking of highlight reels, I need one of the highlight sheets so I can fill them out. I couldn't print it off the phone, so I'll have to find a way to get that. I've been listing some, but I haven't listed. I'll have to transfer the information. But David SLACEK defeated Stefano Di Blasio from Italy 5-0. And of course, Henrik LARSSON defeated Vladimir Georgijski 5-0 from Macedonia, North Macedonia, in this tournament so far. So they both have a win under their belts.
Yeah. So the lower Fargo is not giving up. And he's saying like, well, you know what, George? Fargo is just a number. I'm here to
and
win.
In these short races, you are very right, Pascal. In these short races, Fargo is just a number because, as you've seen now, he's been able to take advantage of a ball in hand situation in 2 games and converted both of them. But see, early in the mistakes, there's a lot of innings in each game, and the early mistakes don't hurt you as bad as the last mistake on the last 2 or 3 balls. That's what's killing Henrik and helping David. So regardless of your Fargo, it's just a number. You could be an 800 player, but if you're making mistakes, well, the lower Fargo is going to be able to take advantage.
Yeah, so 2 to the 3. That's pretty challenging. So curious to see what Henrik will come up with.
Just going to follow, keep it simple.
I think he's kind of perfect. He maybe can make it and just go in between the 4 and the 6 to play the 3 in the same pocket. Maybe just gonna nudge the 6 a little bit, but good chance.
Good. I agree, Pascal. I really think he's got a good opportunity here to move past the 6, even if he hits it, and have a position. Oh, he's just playing safe. How smart of a shot is that?
Oh,
He didn't like his angle. He felt he was going to hit the 6.
yeah, and he felt like, you know what? I gave you ball in hand 2 times now already. I'm gonna
Exactly.
tactics.
Yeah. He basically said, I'm going to stop serving you up easy shots, easy games.
So, and now Hendrik is the one with the ball in hand, with the 2 in the perfect spot. Just play a stop shot, maybe just a little draw. So, a really good chance for a clearance here. Yeah, and there you see the bridge again. That, of course, is something the wheelchair players need to deal with a lot of, well, way more than the other pros.
Exactly. Oh, that was a surprising miss.
Yeah, was that a little bit of a miscue maybe, or just maybe?
It kind of appeared, it looked,
Yeah, maybe just could also be that he shot it a little bit fast.
that was a good shot there. Very nice. Good position. Both players won their first match 5-0, so they show they're very capable.
Yeah, so then now someone has to lose, of course. Wow. Struck that with a lot of authority.
Here's the big shot.
Oh, it just went in. The new cloth helped, but yeah, just
The new
came up in a very
the new
difficult
cloth
position.
helped. Yeah, it was. The new cloth helped, and the new cloth hurt. It helped making the ball, and it hurt him because the ball came off and got on top of the 9.
Yeah, you're totally right, George. Good call.
He would. Now, Pascal, how would you like to thin off the right side of the 9 and just push the cue ball down to the bottom rail for a safety behind the 10? He's going to leave him distance instead.
Yeah, I like what you said, but it's very precise. Maybe when you're feeling
Yes.
a little bit, nervous, then this is the easier shot to play. Just leave a lot of distance. Hit it a little bit too hard, though.
Yeah, Pascal, you make a good point. It had a higher rate of success to leave a safety. Because if you're just off a little bit on the push shot, then you would sell out and the ball would be closer.
So 4 real position maybe. No, just rolled it. Oh, great cut shot.
He makes this with ease. These cut shots like that. He just sees them so well.
So look at that extension. This 10 ball to go 2-2. Made it look easy with the big extension. Great shot by Hendrik. And I think he's taking a timeout here.
They're going to take a timeout, so that'll be a good time for us to tell our viewing public all over the world about our sponsors and the upcoming tournaments that are going on in Tallinn. Do you want to take that on, or you want me to go through it?
Well, of course, we have some very nice sponsors. I don't know if you have the whole list, but of course, Predator Qs. It's the big Predator European Pool Championships, which is very big. Aramith Balls, Kamui Tips, and Chalk, of course. Iwan Simonis. And I don't know if you have the whole list there, George.
I do. And Longoni cues, and you want me to go through it?
Yeah. I would
Okay.
love it.
Sure. You got the Predator group. Of course, the makers of this fine Predator Arc table, the Predator Arco balls, the perimeter lighting that you're seeing. Then you have Iwan Simonis Billiard Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Longoni cues, Kamui Brand, and then some local sponsors are Hansavest, Folger, and DATEL sponsoring these. And for those of you that want to look up this table and get more information on it, go to Predator's website at predatorcues.com. It tells you all about the table, the 4 1/4 inch pockets, the 5-inch side pockets, the K55 top speed cushions. Of course, in Predator, you would use the Predator Arcadia cloth, but since they're being sponsored by Simonis, I believe that's what's on these tables right now. But the Predator Arc table is on there, and I believe they retail somewhere for about, in fact, they're on there for $89.95. And right now they're only available in Europe and Asia, not in the United States yet. But if you order one here, they'll get one to you. How's that? Was that a good commercial?
It was. It totally was. I just ordered 5 of these Predator tables.
Did you really? Awesome.
No. But I would want. I do want to after your speech.
Yeah, all the information. There's so much information available on PredatorCues.com. It has their players list, the players they sponsor, all the equipment. You have, ton of cues, balls, cloth, gloves, everything that's pool is there. And Hendrik breaking the balls here in the 5th game. They're tied 2 apiece. On our next little break, we'll go over all the pool that's being played here these 10 days in Tallinn, Estonia. There's quite a bit of it. A lot of 10 ball. We just had the straight pool. We Tobias Mongers defeats who did he defeat in the final? And he was doing such a great job, and it just got away from him at the end. But took the championship in the 14-1, and Pia Filler wins her first straight pool championship, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like that was a
Euro Tour.
matter of time for Pia to win like a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Working super hard with her husband also, of course, but it's not all about the husband. She's putting in the hours and the effort.
Yes, and the one thing about Pia is she has the heart for this game. She made one of the biggest shots in pool in their team championships in Austria,
Yeah,
or
we
was it
can't
Puerto
forget.
Rico? It was Puerto Rico. She made that spot shot to take first place, and it was a high pressure shot.
Oh, did he just like stick it to the four ball?
It looks like he did.
Yeah, I think it's not available for Hendrik. Maybe he has to kick at this, or maybe, well, at least I don't think he can pot it without making a fall.
Well, we have the same view the audience has. He might have a different view down there.
Yeah, I think he's playing for a save here.
Oh, that little nibble helped him. He's going to have to go rail first. I think it's there.
Yeah, he's looking at it. Wow. Oh, bit
There's a
unlucky.
highlight shot.
Yeah, it was, but a little bit unlucky to snooker himself after such a beautiful pot.
Was that the 2 ball he just made? Or the 3?
Yeah.
2 ball.
Oh. Yeah. Just didn't have enough elevation with the jump cue, which is obviously a lot harder when you're in a wheelchair, I can imagine.
Watch him bring this cue ball towards the 7 with a draw shot for this 6. Oops. He does these shots very well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Overdone it a little bit even.
But it's going to allow him to stop the ball right there and play the 7 from there.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting into some kind of a, like a flow. Looks very easy, fluid.
We're going to have to call him Sir Lancelot when he puts that extension on there. That's a big lance.
Yeah, that's very big. He's a little bit more straight than he would have liked on this shot.
Oh,
Yeah, made that look very easy, but
yeah.
that wasn't easy by any means.
No, he moves the cue ball very, very well. And those last two shots were a little tougher than they really looked, especially that last one to get on the 10. That stun run through was a very good shot. Well, ladies and gentlemen out there, and you fans, the women's men and women's 10 balls going on right now till April 2nd. So we have 2 more days of it. Some of the best players in the world are playing here in the Euro Tour. The men's and women's 8 ball will be from April 2nd to April 5th. And then the men's and women's 9 ball from the 6th to the 8th. With also, in addition to the wheelchair, 8, 9, and 10 ball, the youth under 23 will be playing 8 ball and 9 ball. So you have a full menu of players and events here for offer in Tallinn, and you have 2 live streams going on, and they're free. The only problem with the live stream is you have to listen to me sometimes, so sorry for that. But we appreciate you being here, and we have a nice array of colors for you for these 2 streams. And it's free to watch on YouTube and Pro Billiard TV.
Yeah, so guys, when you're watching on your telephone or on your computer, just hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, and don't be afraid to share the stream, because, you know, free pool. It's super nice of Predator to provide us with the entertainment and like this great production. So it would really help if you guys share the stream and subscribe to the channel.
Not sure if that goes by, and he doesn't have a shot in the side or the corner. But he's got a safety behind the 7. He's going to go for the simple one. Oh, he did have a... Oh, it's as close as he could come. Pascal, would you kick at the 7 ball 2 rails to the right, or use the short rail and long rail on the left for the 7 ball? Well, actually, the short rail, the 2 rails.
Short rail.
Exactly, because that 10 ball's blocking that, the long rail on the right. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just available, the line that you said, but it's close.
Yeah, see, from this view, it looks like you can get there. From the other view, it doesn't look like it goes by. I like the 2 rails, short rail, long rail, right by where the ball is.
And also, when you shoot your shot, when you would hit it half ball, good chance to get like a kind of safety or a difficult shot, or not sell out at least.
Exactly. Yeah, because that cue ball is going to track towards the right-hand corner pocket. And depending on how full you hit the 5 ball.
I think the hit is a little bit easier with the short rail version like this. It doesn't want it to take any chance. Gave away ball in hand a few times already.
Let's see if David can steal this game back from Henrik. By taking advantage of that opening that he just has. Nice speed.
Yeah, this could potentially go all the way. Both players play some really good shots and both of them missed some good chances. Good work to miss the 10 ball there.
See, if he draws this straight back, he's coming right in line with the 10. So if he can get right to where he is now, he'll like it. It's about the best he can do. That's what he's going to settle for.
Yeah, he's not happy.
He hasn't done very...
Maybe miscued a little bit, or yeah, something like that, but he was just shaking his head like he's not happy with this. But you have to go for it, of course. Good chance. There you have it. 3 each. Great pot by David SLACEK.
And well, the referee racks the balls. Is that Mika? I'm not sure. The referee's name. I know quite a few of them, but I don't remember this one. Well, some of the other matches going on right now in the wheelchair division, you had Vladimir Georgieski 4-0 over Stefano Di Blasio. Harold Fink is tied at 2 with Juni Tati. And then, these are nice names. Alexander leads 3-1 over Zulai. Alexander Zulai. And these are both their countrymen. They're both from the same country. Over Alexander, they both have the same first name too. Kuznetsov. And let's see where they're from.
So Henrik Larsson scratching on the break.
Both players from Ukraine. Sorry about that.
So pretty tight position. Yeah, I think that's smart. Played it a little bit softer, just to be sure he controlled it enough to get in line with the 3. But that will make this next shot a little bit harder to get position on the 4. Going 2 rails. Wow, did you see that spin after? What a stroke. Was
Yeah,
even a little bit too much.
he moves the cue ball, he spins it.
So playing the safety here. Nicely judged. So if Henrik is able to, well, spin off the short rail and hit the 4 full, it's a good chance for a good safety. But don't know if that's on.
I don't know if he can spin the ball enough at a soft speed to stay there for the safety.
Oh, he can play in between.
Looks like he's going between the window, like that. He didn't have to spin. He had a window between the 7 ball. Great escape there. David wants to play cat and mouse. Trying to position for another ball in hand, he says. Henrik escapes well, though. Be a 2-rail kick on this pink 4 ball.
Oh.
And the knuckle of the side pocket helped him.
Yeah, he's not happy with this shot.
Well, the good thing for David is on this shot is that the 5 ball is tough to get position. He's got to come all the way to the rail and then back cut the 5 and hold for the 6. I thought he would just come straight across and try to end up on the rail. Just past the 6, he'd have a shot. Good safety position here, though.
Yeah, it's a good chance you have to try to miss the 6 ball, I think, with the 5. If you play some kind of stop shot to snooker behind the 9. Or there's not any attacking option, is there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, judge that
I
really
think-
well.
I think he played that to the best that he could. He's got a 2-rail kick behind the 8 and off the short rail. Well, the ball is in Henrik's court here. Let's see what he does with it. They must be on a time clock. But I don't see anyone keeping time.
No, maybe it's just out of the screen, but of course there's also the referee wrecking the ball, so I can imagine that's also the referee who's holding the shot clock.
You're right.
Oh, is that too thick? Here comes another good opportunity for David.
Will he go for the bank here, or is he going to cut it in? I like the cut. He likes the bank.
He likes the bank.
He likes the bank. It came out nice. Look how nice this
Good
is.
moment, though.
And one thing to keep in mind, pool fans, is it doesn't matter what the commentators like. The players will do what they need to win the game.
That's a good point.
And win the game. And he's on the hill first once he makes his 10 ball. And I think he earned that game. That was a great bank on the ball. Came up perfect position for the 8 ball. And made the next 2 balls, the 9 and the 10, very easy.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's showing some heart also. I really like how he doesn't go about and just sees the shot, goes for it.
Yes, he wasn't tentative about that bank at all. He just says, okay, if I
Let's
cut
go.
it, I have to go back and forth. It's not going to work. And if I bank it, I win the game. Well, he took the bank. Put himself in position to win the game. The cut would not have put him in that position.
Cue ball. Oh.
There might be a rail first available on the 1 ball, or the short kick off the short rail to send it down. But we'll see what Henrik does with this. 2 ball is close to the 1. No, there's no rail first. He might even just push out.
Well, it's interesting.
I didn't understand that push.
Yeah, the double kiss was always dangerous. Went for the bank. So nothing easy. Suspect somewhat of safety. Maybe behind 6. With the cue ball. And just playing distance.
Distance, and he was trying to find cover behind those 4 balls, 2 by the side and the 4-8. But he's left a thin cut on the 1. Cue ball's going to run. It might hit the 2 ball coming off the little rail here. No, it's going to be close, but he missed it. Let's see how Henrik plays from behind here when he's threatened with the knowledge of if he misses and gives away another game, it's going to cost him the match.
Yeah. So they're still going to the loser's side, I think, right?
Yes, this is a winner's qual. This is a winner's round 1 match. They both won their first match. This is their second.
Yeah, so not the pressure of falling out of the tournament, but still Henrik doesn't want to Lose here, of course.
See if he can hold the ball here for the 4. He wants just a little angle to get off the rail to come over for the 5.
Yeah, it's also a bit easier cueing if he has a little bit of an angle. So would have liked a little bit more, I think. So like 2 key shots coming up.
He's got to be careful not to touch that 10.
So nicely struck. And this one is, I think, I would like if he just accepts that it's gonna be a little bit of a thinner 6 ball, just to make sure he has a shot on the 6 ball. Position is pretty easy on the 7, so don't do too much here.
Kept it simple, just like you suggested.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a harder shot on the 6, but no, it's not hard to play position. So full focus on making the 6. So George, where do you shoot the 8?
Just go back and forth, just make the ball. Right there. And I would go ahead and play the 8 ball on the side.
So play it off the 10 then, maybe.
Actually, if he gets good position on this 8, which he has the perfect angle to hit the bottom rail or the short rail and come up towards the 8, he would leave the 10 there. That way when he makes the 9, he doesn't have to do much at all. Oh, he's come up too far and he knows it. He cheated the pocket, mistakenly cheated the pocket to the left side, so the cue ball went further to the right, and he put too much speed on it. He's in a tough place here because this will cost him the match.
Well,
I would just play safe to the head rail.
Yeah.
This is a nice safety right here.
Shot your shot. Good call.
Yeah. He 2 reasons for that shot. It was easy to execute, and David has not done well with long cut shots. Not at all in the match that we've seen so far.
I have to say though, this man also is not afraid to attack.
Oh, he's faced with a shot. He's going to shoot it. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
And look at this. Look at this. Oh, he's going to end up behind the 10.
Oh,
what an unfortunate roll. Wow. What a beautiful shot he made there to end up behind the ball and almost guarantee his opponent. Well, he's got a high percentage kick shot here, but he's got to hit it. He should call the 10 ball. He's calling it in the corner. I would call it in the side off the 10. There's more chance of him cutting it down the rail than hitting perfect behind it and sending it down. See? Like that?
Yeah.
There's more chance of doing that than catching it just right and sending it to the corner.
So these 2 balls to go up hill.
Yeah.
This first round action.
Let's see if he gambles here. Or will he avoid the 10 or run into it? Yeah, that was the gamble, is where are you going to hit it to? Again, he's faced with a tough shot and a decision. Do I play safe or do I go for it? If he goes for this ball, if he misses it, it probably hangs it in the jaws.
Yeah, I think
If he plays safe, he won't. But he may make this ball. I think he makes it. Oh, no. It didn't leave anything easy, but it's a makeable shot.
Well, was miss enough to get out of the pocket. So here for the win, David SLACEK with a very thin cut. There's also a 4-railer available if he prefers.
Oh,
The
I
cut
think
is
everybody
better.
that shoots this would be cutting it just like that. And
wow.
for the win, David SLACEK wins it with a great shot, and he overcame that brutal roll to get behind the 10 on a great shot on the 8 ball. So give us a rundown